Hi, I'm Maria. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and you're watching Fightmaster Yoga.
Hello and welcome. We're going to practice some yoga flow to help balance out your chakras. When your chakra system is balanced, you'll feel brighter and more energized. So we'll get right into it. We'll start off today in Sukhasana, cross-legged seated position. Make sure that you are crossing at your shin bones, feet about as wide as the knees. And when you look down, see that there's a triangular shape of empty space between your calves and your thighs. And just rest your hands on your knees, palms face up if you'd like to receive energy, palms face down if you feel like you need a little bit more grounding. Relax your shoulders. Deepen your breath and take a moment to set a personal intention for your practice today. Whatever it is you wish to get out of this time spent on your mat. And once you have considered your intention, come back to breath awareness. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower your hands down by your sides. With your next inhalation, circle your arms out and up overhead. Lift your chin away from your throat. Exhale, lower your hands back down by your sides. Bring your chin softly toward your chest. Inhale again, raise your arms, gently look upward. Exhale, lower, gently look down. Inhale, circle arms up. This time, as you exhale, lower your right hand down by your side, lean over to your right. So coming into a side bend. Inhale, take both arms back up. Exhale, left hand down, lean to your left side. Inhale, come back up. And do that again. Exhale to your right. Inhale takes you through center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, back to center. Next exhalation, bring your hands back together at your heart. Gently blink your eyes open if they're still closed, and transition into a tabletop position. And as we move through our practice today, try to move slowly, mindfully. We are flowing with the breath, but try to keep those movements really slow and steady. And take your hands a little bit forward of your shoulders. As you inhale, lift your chest and your hips. Exhale, round your back, drop your hips to your heels, child's pose. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, curl your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, gently lower back to your knees. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale, come up to all fours, little arch of the back. Exhale, down dog. Once more like that. Inhale, down to your knees. Exhale, balasana. Inhale, come up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hold your down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Activate your legs. And with your next in breath, shift your shoulders forward over your wrist, coming into plank pose. Exhale, lift your hips. Return to down dog. Inhale again, slowly shift forward, keeping your belly button lifted. Exhale, push your hips back. One more time like that. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, push back. Now inhale, shift forward plank. I said that was the last one, but I was just kidding. Now we hold our plank pose. Just take a few breaths here, and remember, you can always modify your practice. You're always welcome to set your knees down in your planks. Deep breath. And as slowly as you can, bend your elbows and lower down to the ground. Press into the tops of your feet, lift your kneecaps. Reach your hands to your low back, interlace your fingers. With an inhalation, lift your chest off of the floor and hold. Try to bring your shoulder blades a little closer to one another. Maybe lift your hands away from your low back. Reach your heart forward. Take another breath in. Exhale, release, set your hands back down by your sides. Inhale to a low cobra, little lift of the chest. Exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. Let's take a breath or two here. Adjust your body as needed. We'll work into the abdominal muscles a bit, activating the third chakra, the solar plexus or the navel center. With an in-breath, raise your right leg to sky. Exhale, come into plank, bring your knee to your chest. Inhale, kick your leg back. Exhale, take your knee to your right elbow or shoulder. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, take it across body, left elbow or shoulder. Inhale, kick back. And exhale, step between your hands. Start with your left knee down. Reach your arms overhead and just pause here a moment. Pull the pit of your abdomen in and up. Spread your collarbones and lift your chest. Curl your back toes if they're not already curled. And try to lift that left knee off the floor, coming into a high lunge. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, bring hands together in front of your heart. Lean forward, left elbow outside of your right knee or thigh. Now, if this doesn't work for you today, you can instead be here in an open twist, especially if you're pregnant or you have anything going on in your low back. So open or closed twist, take another deep breath. And slowly unwind, come back to that high crescent lunge, reach your arms up. Exhale, lean forward. Sweep your hands back by your sides. Step onto your right foot and lift your left, Virabhadrasana 3. We have 3 breaths here. Pull your shoulder blades away from your ears. Activate your back legs. You're kicking into that heel, flexing the ankle. Stay in Warrior 3, inhale. Exhale, standing splits. It doesn't actually have to be a splits. Mine is not. So hands can come down to the floor. Lift that left leg a little higher. Maybe place your right hand on the back of your calf. Maybe left hand as well. Gently pulling your chest toward that right thigh. Wherever you are, perfect place for you today. Take another deep breath. And we'll all gently step back. Land on the ball of the left foot. Bring your hands to the floor, low lunge. Step your right foot back. Come into downward facing dog. That was a lot. Take a couple breaths. Let's continue to notice what you're feeling. And we'll go into the second side. So when you are ready, inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Inhale, kick back. Exhale to left elbow or shoulder. Inhale, kick. Exhale, across body, right elbow or shoulder. Inhale, kick back. And exhale, step through. Start with your right knee down. Rise to that modified high lunge. Tailbone toward right knee. Draw up through the pit of your abdomen. Lean back a little bit to open your chest. Now curl your back toes if they're not already there. And try to lift that right knee off of the floor, high crescent lunge. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Lean forward. right elbow outside of left thigh. Remember, if that doesn't work for you today, you can be here working your open twist instead. This is almost harder in some ways. So do what you need to do. Take care of your body. We have another deep breath. Then unwind out of your twist. Inhale back to your high crescent. Exhale, lean forward, hands back. Step onto your left foot, Virabhadrasana 3. Lift through that right inner thigh. Draw up through the wall of your abdomen and reach forward through the top of your sternum bone. Deep breath in. Exhale, standing splits. Hands come down to start. Lift that right leg a little higher. Maybe left hand to back of calf. Maybe right hand as well. Do try to challenge yourself without judging yourself for the results. So it's not about what the pose looks like. It's about what you're experiencing while you're there. Take another deep breath. And release your hands back to the floor. Big step back with that right foot. Come into low lunge. Left foot next to right. Return to down dog. Take a deep breath in. Full exhalation out. Next in breath, shift forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Once you arrive there, press into the tops of your feet, lift your kneecaps, interlace your fingers at your low back. Inhale, lift your chest, hold your exhale. Next in breath, lift your feet off of the floor and just stay 5 breath cycles. So strengthening all the wonderful muscles along the spine, helping to stimulate the navel center and the heart center. A little bit of throat as well. Take another breath and release. Rest your forehead on your hands and just let all of that go. Let all of that go physically and let all of that go mentally. Now, when you feel ready, bend your knees, reach your hands back. So if you're not able to hold your feet, you can be here. This is a wonderful position. If you are able to, reach and catch hold of your feet. If you have any knee issues, you can actually hold your ankles and lock the ankles. That can help support the knee joints. Wherever you are, press down through your pubic bone. Inhale, lift your chest. Kick your shin bones back. Dhanurasana, bow pose. Hold here 3 more breaths. So we're pressing the shins back rather, reaching the chest forward, moving the body in opposing directions. 1 more in. And exhale, gently release. Rest your forehead on your hands. Keep your knees bent and let your feet drop side to side. Good work. Lower your feet down. Bring your hands by your side ribs. Push up onto your hands and knees and take a few big circles of your hips here. Rotate one direction and rotate the other direction. Good. Bring your legs forward in front of you. And come to sit. Don't get too comfortable though. We're not relaxing quite yet. Bring your inner knees together, touching. So you have 3 options for the hands. You can bring your hands behind you, little bend of the elbows. You can hold the backs of your thighs, or you can reach your arms forward. Find what works for you. Lean back, lift your feet, Navasana. Actually, there's 4 variations. You can also raise your arms overhead if you want a bit more challenge. Try to stay here another 3 breaths. See that you're spreading your collarbones, open across the heart center. Then next breath out, set your feet down about hips width distance apart. Slide your hands back behind you. Fingers can point forward, or you can rotate your fingers out to support your wrists a little bit more. Press into your hands and feet. Inhale, lift, reverse tabletop, hold here. Now, if it feels okay in your neck, look up toward the ceiling or the sky. So lifting the chin away from the throat. Spread your collarbones and sense spaciousness and energy at the throat center. Take another deep breath and gently set your hips down. Lower yourself all the way down onto your back body. And as you release down, knees bent, cross your right ankle, top of your left thigh. Thread the needle. So you can be here pushing that right knee forward, or you can reach to hold the back of your left leg or even your left shin bone. We'll settle into the shape that works for you. And take another 5 deep breaths. So giving that right hip an opportunity to open. Feel as though you are sending your breath into the hip. As we open up the hips, this can help to balance the energy of the first and the second chakra, those lower chakras, having to do with our sense of survival, desire to create. The fear also dwells in these lower chakras. Take a couple more breaths. And after this round, release your left foot down. Pull your right knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers at the back of your thigh and extend that right foot up toward the ceiling. Now, if it feels okay in your low back, straighten out your left leg long. If you want a little bit more here, slide your hands up to the back of your calf muscle, or take your first and second fingers around that right big toe. And hold another 2 breaths. Next exhalation, open the right leg out to the right side. Keep pressing your left hip down into the ground. Then bring your leg back up to center. Bend your right knee and set that right foot down to the floor. So we'll change sides, starting with thread the needle. Cross your left ankle, top of right thigh. You can be here, or you can reach to hold the right leg. Just focus on your breath and feel as though you're sending your breath into your hip or anywhere else that you feel this. Using the breath to soften the muscles and create some space physically as well as energetically. The last breath. And release, set your right foot down, uncross that left leg. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Reach your left foot up toward the ceiling. Straighten your right leg if you can. And if you still want a bit more, slide your hands up to the back of your calf muscle, or first and second fingers around that left big toe. You might notice that this side is different. Usually we have some asymmetry in the body. Sometimes it can be because of just habitual movement patterns. Sometimes it's because of trauma that happened in certain areas. So just be aware if this side feels different. Then open that leg out to the left side. Couple breaths here. Keep pressing your right hip down. And swing your leg back up to center. Bend your left knee. Hug both knees to chest. Apanasana. And extend your legs. And come to rest in Shavasana. Body still. Mind at ease.
Final quote is from Paulo Coelho. Love is the force that transforms and improves the soul of the world. When I first reached through to it, I thought the soul of the world was perfect. But later I could see that it was like other aspects of creation, had its own passions and wars. It is we who nourish the soul of the world, and the world we live in will either be better or worse, depending on whether we become better or worse. And that is where the power of love comes in, because when we love, we always strive to become better than we are.
Take a deeper breath. Begin to gently move. When you're ready, bring your knees to your chest. Roll to one side. And using as little effort possible, press up, come to a comfortable seat. And take your hands together, close your eyes, bow your head. Take your hands to your forehead for clear and loving thoughts. Hands to heart, clear and loving intentions. Hands to your mouth, clear and loving communications, sending this positive energy out to all beings. Namaste. I love practicing yoga every day. I feel huge benefit in my own body when I have a consistent daily practice. My mind is a little bit calmer, less quick to react. My body feels much easier to move around. If you'd like to try my 90-day program that I've put together, you can try the first 3 days for free. There's a link in the description of this video, as well as a link in the pinned comments. And if you'd like to stay on YouTube, I think you might enjoy this video.